Hi, Jessie here from Sustainability Made Easier with your easy action of the day. Rethink your plastic bags and plastic bag alternatives. It is estimated that 380 billion plastic bags and wraps are going to be used just this year in the United States, and about 1 trillion plastic single-use bags will be used worldwide. These bags end up in oceans, natural areas, waterways, and of course landfills, so you don't want to use them, right? But here's the crazy thing. Plastic bags, if you look at a whole list of other environmental factors, are actually one of the least bad for the environment. So what do? The answer isn't easy, but we'll work together and try to sort through this. Plastic bags are made of plastic. They don't break down, they're going to be around for a really long time, and they are really problematic when they end up in waterways, natural areas, and marine environments. So we don't want to use them if we can avoid it. What about paper bags? Paper bags actually use a lot of energy and water to produce, and you would have to reuse them based on how much recycled content they have, between 4 and 7 times to have the same environmental footprint as a single plastic bag. Considering that paper bags don't really last that many uses, they aren't a good alternative, so try to skip them. Compostable bags can't go in the plastic bag recycling at the local grocery store, and they often don't make it to an environment that supports their ability to break down, so these aren't necessarily a great option either. Here's the most mind-blowing fact. Cotton totes bought new are actually a terrible replacement for plastic grocery bags because cotton is so resource intensive to grow. It's a total water hog, and it also uses lots and lots of insecticides. You would need to use a brand new organic cotton tote 20,000 times to have the same environmental footprint as using a plastic grocery bag just a couple of times. If you get a cotton tote from conventionally grown cotton, you would still need to use it over 7,000 times for it to have the same environmental footprint as a plastic grocery bag. There's no silver bullet for replacing plastic grocery bags, so we need to think bigger. Let's talk about some important tips. First of all, don't litter. If everyone stopped throwing plastic bags out into the environment, we wouldn't have them in water bodies and alongside roadways and in natural areas. Reuse, reuse, reuse. No matter what you choose to use to bring your groceries home in, reuse it a lot. Every time you reuse it, it lowers its environmental footprint and impact. Also, get creative. Check around your house to see if you already have bags that you can use. You may already have reusable grocery bags, so then use them. Make sure you bring them with you. You may have other things around the house, like the bag that used to hold rice. This could be a great grocery bag. There's also great tips online for upcycling old items into bags that can carry produce and groceries, so check that out. Rethink what you're willing to carry your groceries home in. By rethinking, we can cut down on a lot of waste. So whatever you decide to use, make sure you use them. We found that it's easiest to have things that can get wrapped up really small or lay flat. We keep them in our car, and so they're always there when we need them at the grocery store. These bags that fold up really nice and small are great to throw in a backpack if you're going to ride your bike to the grocery store. Backpacks also make great choices for bringing home groceries. If you can't find anything around your house or you need more bags, make sure you check your local thrift store before buying anything new. If you take your bike to the grocery store, put your groceries in a backpack or in panniers or even in a crate. I know crates aren't cool, but they're really functional, and any of those things can help you get your groceries home without having to take a single-use plastic bag with you. If you find yourself at the store and you've forgotten your bags, see if they have old cardboard boxes that you can take your groceries home in. If you do find yourself with single-use plastic grocery bags, don't beat yourself up. Just reuse them. If you can't reuse them, you can recycle them. Remember, don't ever put them in your curbside recycling. They get tangled in the machinery and cause all kinds of problems. When they go to be recycled, make sure you're bringing them to a retail location that will recycle plastic bags. And yes, I know they have a recycling symbol on them, but that doesn't mean it's okay for the curbside recycling. It means that they're okay for plastic bag recycling, which, like I said, would be at a local retailer. Also, remember that what you're putting in your grocery cart has a really big environmental impact, so kind of keep that in perspective. Check out our Action 11 on Make a Meatless Meal. Also, how you get to the store. If you can walk or cycle instead of driving your car, that can make a big difference too. Okay, if you really can't find a bag and you can't find any at the thrift store and you have to buy something new, consider a recycled PET bag. PET is plastic that used to be plastic bottles and things like that, and that can be made into a polyester fiber and made into a bag. You would need to reuse these bags about 85 times to offset their environmental footprint, but that's doable. Other options are those upcycled ones we talked about earlier. This is a bag made from old sails from boats. Synthetic fibers can also be made into bags. That's what these are made out of here. These work really well as replacements for single-use bags, but then what do you do with them at the end of their life cycle? That's why I said there's no silver bullet. You may be able to check with your municipality. It's possible they'll be able to be recycled, although unlikely. Every place is different, so it's worth a check. So today's easy-ish action, rethink your relationship with single-use plastic bags. Try to avoid them if you can. Definitely never litter them. Bring your own unique and awesome bags with you to the grocery store. Rethink what you're willing to use. The most important thing is that you actually use them. Be mindful about what you're putting in them at the grocery store. If you find yourself with a single-use plastic bag, make sure you reuse it. And at the end of its useful life cycle, make sure it gets recycled or incinerated or taken to the trash in some responsible way. So that's it. Thanks for watching.